Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Solgaleo in the Ultra League here, a brand new legendary Pokemon Go. So let's see what we have going on here. If you do enjoy these fast update videos and showcases, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. I really do appreciate it. And we're going to be going up against some friends here. Now, there's something funny to take note of that the Pokemon they're going to be using, which is fine. I'm just going to point it out because it's kind of hilarious. But we're going to be getting hard counter. They knew we were going to use Solgaleo. I didn't say it, but I shouldn't have posted it right away and then asked for battles. It's like, obviously using this thing. So we got the Talonflame here, a Skarmory. Solgaleo is going to be a Psychic and Steel type. So we're seeing counters so far here. Nothing against them, and I appreciate their battles and shout out to them. It's all fun and games, right? I'm just pointed it out. We're going to be having a pretty hard uphill battle here. But let's see what we have going on and what we can do with it. So we're going to be going with Fire Fang, Psychic Fangs, and Iron Head. So you're going to be getting stab from Psychic Fangs as well as Iron Head. You can go with another moveset, but I'm personally just going to go with this just to test it out and have a little fun to see what we can do here. So we are being countered by Scrafty. Wow, I really am not in a good position here. We're going to definitely lose this. We're weak to fighting and dark. Yeah, they came prepared, didn't they? We've got one shield left getting to Iron Head, which is going to be getting stab, but Scrafty is a little bit of a tank and it is able to just absorb it. And I'm putting up a fight. This is my first battle here. I'm like, oh my goodness. Typically I would just let that go. And there's a Jellicent in the back to counter. Oh boy. Well, it's not necessarily a counter, but it goes to Psychic, so kind of, yeah, Fire Fang. You already know what it is. So we're going to lose this here, and that's not saying Solgaleo is horrible. Does it belong in the Ultra League? It can do things. It can do something. You're going to see we're going to be able to do a little bit here. Master League is where it's going to be, and you're going to probably just have to raid the hell out of it whenever they do drop them in raids, I would assume, which maybe soon, hopefully. All right, so what's going on here? We have a Muck, which is not actually going to be countering. Solgaleo is going to be good up against it. They probably like, oh, probably should slow it down on the hard counters there. So we actually bring in Dragalge, which I found to be a very good Pokemon to pair up next to Solgaleo. Unfortunately, we're going to have to shield this up and take them out here so we can win that swap. And then we have the Gramble in the front. We had a good lead up against that Shadow Machamp. I was like, yeah, you already know when you see that Shadow Gramble, I've had enough. All right, so I'm trying to get to the Aqua Tail, and we're able to. Good, good. Dragalge, always putting in that work. XL, love this thing. And we're getting their last shield. Now that Machamp is loaded up on energy. They already know I'm going to be bringing in the Dragalge. We have one shield left, going up against a wall rain. Now watch what happens here. I'm hitting the shield. I'm hitting the shield. Okay, great, perfect. Now keep that in mind. We're going to be seeing that situation yet again. But this game, I don't know why it's so damn buggy. It's just crazy. Now this is not even online. I mean, it is, but it's not in Go battling. I'm battling a friend, right? So just a little heads up for the future, you're going to see what happens. Obviously, they're going to go for Earthquake, take us out here. I'm thinking they're going to get to 2 Rock Slides. We need to sneak a Charm through right after this. As a matter of fact, it's going to take, what, 1 more Charm, 2 more? 1, and yeah, that's it. 1 and done, and we take the win there with literally 1 HP. Now, we're going to be going up against 3 people here. So this is the first trainer, of course. All right, so we have a good battle, and I'm thinking, okay, I have to be slick with this. He leads with Scrafty again, which is going to be great up against Solgaleo. So I'm leading with Glissopod. So we're up against the Registeel with our Fire Fang. Not getting stabbed, but still doing a decent amount of damage. Going to go for the Psychic Fangs just to lower their defense for the next Pokemon, as well as doing more damage with our Psychic Fangs. Yeah, that and Fire Fangs. Iron Head's resisted, so what's the point? If we did have a Fire Charge move, we'd be looking good right about now, but we do not. So we're going to go ahead and shield this up, seeing that the Lock-On's not going to take us out. They do not debuff us, so we're looking okay to... I don't think we're going to be able to farm down here. It's going to be a little close. And they're going to be swapping into their Clefable. So before I retreat, I'm not going to be able to get to the Iron Head. I'm just going to go ahead and lower their stats really quick here. And we do have a Tapu Fini in the back, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Glissopod. This is a pretty interesting Pokemon here. I was just using it because I needed it to go up against everything that they're going to be countering me with, and it kind of worked out for this battle here, as you're seeing. Letting it go, and it's a Meteor Mash, not very effective. Able to almost get to a Aqua Jet, but I'm going to go ahead and swap and start farming up with the Tapu Fini here, and I do believe he's going to try to pull the old Swaparoo on me here, trying to catch. There it is, yeah, but I just, I'm going to go ahead and farm them, getting to the Moonblast, which is going to one-shot that Scrafty. And down they go. Glissopod in the back with about a couple HP and a decent amount of energy ready to go. And we're going to let it go here. I'm not trying to flex. I was just like, okay, you didn't use a shield. I will keep one as well. Moving it on to the next battle here. We're going to be met with a Ninetales with our Gigalgia in the front. This is great. They're going to be swapping into Lapras, and this is kind of screwing us up here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Tapu Finn. For whatever reason, throughout all these battles, in my mind, I was registering Steel and Fire. I don't know why I wasn't thinking Psychic. It's just because of the Fire thing. I was a little excited. So I could have went in here with our Solgaleo and just taken neutral damage from water, which would have been okay. And if they want to go for the Skull Bash, it's not very effective. Best to just keep going with the Surf here. Alright, so they're going for the Surf. We let it go. We have energy, but I feel like it's just going to be best that we let this go here. Unfortunately, not able to get to the Moonblast. They didn't even tap any, so they can get some farm there. Very nice. Bringing in the Solgaleo, and things are not looking too great here. Surf doing a decent amount of damage because this is a legendary in the Ultra Leagues. Don't let that fool you. It is a good Pokemon. It just doesn't really belong in the Ultra League. It has play, but it's going to be for Master League and Master League Premier, or non-XL Master League. Alright, so we're able to take them out. In goes the Ninetales, which is going to be able to farm us down here and gain a decent amount of energy. So we're going to immediately swap into our Gigalgia after lowering their defense to do more damage with the Aqua Tail. They let it go. What do they have in the back? Farming up, I would assume they're going to have Side Shock, so we're going to go ahead and shield this up, seeing that that's super effective here. Now, I wasn't counting, so I was getting a little nervous here. And again, I'm telling you, I've been trying to hit that stinking charge move, or the shield. Well, hitting the charge move, but why would it let you use shields? So I'm trying to hear. So yeah, this game is really esport ready, I must say. So fun. If we would have been able to hit that shield, then we could have been able to take that win probably. Next battle, we're met with an Escavalier. Great lead. Alright, they're kind of switching it up, knowing we're not going to lead with Solgaleo. That would have been a great lead, although they do have counter and Drill Run, which is still going to be doing a lot to us, so we got to look out. It is going to be a Metagross type, so you're not going to necessarily be taking super effective from fighting because of the Psychic type that it does have on it. Alright, so we're up against the Walrein here, and again, we're not in a great position, and I'm thinking, oh, okay. Oh man, as much as I really wanted to go into Go Battle League to use this thing, because nobody has any idea that it's going to be on your team whatsoever. Although the algorithm sure will know, and it will definitely pair you up with something that's going to hard counter you. You already know. Alright, so bringing in the Solgaleo, going for the Iron Head, and I'm thinking this has to be enough. Alright, they're shielding it up. Okay, using that last shield. And this is, again, another time where it doesn't let me hit the shield. I don't know what was up in my game. I didn't want to restart it because I just had the ball going with everybody lined up, ready to go. So you see what it is, okay? Again, another battle where we could have potentially pulled this off here, but at this point I'm like, okay, well, I'm not even going to shield it up. It's just, there's no point here. And I didn't really want to back out right away because, you know, I just want to give them the battle. When you're going up against your friends, it's a little bit of a different situation as opposed to being in Go Battle League where you can just back out whenever you want. And you're like, whatever, take your win, right? Okay, so moving on to our next opponent. Thank you to my last friend there for those battles, and let's get into this. Leading with the Giratina, met with a Toxicroak, and we're off to a great start here. Let's go. So let's see how many counters we can count for Solgaleo. So far, this is one. Sure, Psychic Fangs is going to be doing a whole lot of damage to that Toxicroak, but that counter is going to be hurting as well as that Mud Bomb. So technically, kind of one counter here. Let's see what they're going to have in the back. Letting all this go and just farming up at this point because, well, that's what we can do with the Giratina. All right, so far so good. And they're bringing in a Obstagoon, which again will be countering Solgaleo. And we're just going to stay right here. We do have the Tapu Finn in the back. If we do swap, we're going to be looking horrible. Solgaleo can't really take on Obstagoon like that. I mean, if it had energy ready to go and an Iron Head and they're low enough, sure. But otherwise, you're going to be taking a hard loss. So they're going to be able to farm us down here, which is okay. I'm going to go ahead and bring a Tapu Finn. And if I do remember this correctly, there is going to be a Typhlosion in the back. And there it is. Yeah. So it was a little, like I said, it's going to be an uphill battle using the Solgaleo. Everybody knows what I'm doing over here. So we still have two shields. We need to look out for that Solar Beam. If we do let it go, it is a wrap. I'm hoping it's going to let me use my shield. Thank goodness the game let me use my shield. Okay, very good. Going for another one here. And Tapu Finn does work well up against, or at least alongside, Solgaleo. Alright, so at this point, it's pretty much a wrap. I did bring it in because it had no play. I wanted to do something. See how much damage it does with the Night Slash. Ooh, doing a lot. Plus those counters, going for the Psychic Fangs, and taking the win with the quick move there. Thank you, Solgaleo, at the end. Alright, let's see what they're going to be bringing at us for the next battle. Leading with Glissopod, and we're met with a Giratina. Horrible lead. Swapping into the Solgaleo. I do this because I'm just like, what else can I do? What else can I do? So we're pretty much out for the count. Solgaleo is done. It's taken a ton of damage from those ghost moves, Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak. We lower their defense and bring in our Glissopod here to just go to town with those waterfalls. Dark Pulse is going to be neutral. Fire is going to be also neutral because of the water typing and bug typing. We're able to farm them down, which is great. I'm expecting them to bring back that Giratina, of course, and this is a wrap here. But we're going to put up a fight until the very end. As a matter of fact, this is actually going to be a good battle. So it's forcing me to, to just put up a fight until the end, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is a wrap. This is a wrap, but there's always a little bit of hope. I mean, they still have 2 shields. We're going to go for this Aqua Tail, hoping that they use a shield here, and they freaking let it go, which is horrible for me. Now, we've got no more shields. We're going to be taking super effective from this Dragon Claw. Lovely. And they have a Virizion in the back. Oh, boy. So we need to start getting shields. The Glissopod has a bunch of energy. X-Scissors not going to necessarily be super effective to them because they are part fighting, which fighting resisted. Grass is weak, so it's neutralized there. Going for the Leaf Blade. Still surviving with some energy, bringing in the Glissopod, going for the X-Scissor, going for another one here, doing as much damage as I physically possibly can, trying to put up a fight because I'm not trying to back out right now from my friend, and unfortunately they're going to be able to get to the Leaf Blade, not enough to KO, and almost getting to the Outrage, and we would have been able to take that win, so we almost still won that game there. Good game. Next battle, another counter to Solgaleo, a Talonflame, and we have a Gramble Shadow in the front, and you can tell I had enough of this crap. And I had a freaking suspicion that we would be seeing this. So we're going to let that go, and how we're going to have to play this through is get the shield here. That's just the way it's going to have to be. Jogalagy is still on the team because I was just really feeling it alongside Solgaleo, and I was really having a lot of fun with it here. Alright, so shielding this up, expecting a Brave Bird, of course, and they have a Dragonite back there. So I wanted to catch, and I was also thinking about Superpower, and I didn't want to deal with that. So we're going to go ahead and use our shield here, which is our freaking last one. Getting to the Aqua Tail, but building up to the Outrage, and they're actually letting it go. Yikes, that's not good for us. Able to farm down, though, so hope isn't looking great, but there's still a little something that we can do here. And never mind, another counter to Solgaleo, which is going to be the Greninja, which is a water and dark type. So yeah, we're pretty much done here for sure. Hey, I'm trying to bring you the showcases, folks. Don't worry, they're going to get a little bit better towards the end here. I did tell my last opponent, I was like, you know what? Can you please not pick hard counters like every time? Spread it out a bit here. So here he is. Let's see what we have. A Legend. Okay, very nice. Let's get into these battles here. Leading with the Scrafty, and he is leading with the Obama Snow. And I was thinking, okay, that's great. You're not trying. That's definitely not a counter to Solgaleo. We would be able to run all over that here. So, but I'm expecting him in the back, and that's perfectly fine, right? I just wanted to do something with 3 counters. There's nothing I could do. All right, so we're going to let that go and shield up the next one. We kind of wanted to farm down. Unfortunately, we're going to have to use a shield here, but we do have our attack raise, and that is going to probably get a shield out of them since this is going to be doing a decent amount. Can I get to one more? Come on, Scrafty. You're going to be able to make it, buddy, and we do. Fantastic. Now, that Talonflame is going to be having a decent amount of energy, and if they have another counter to Solgaleo in the back, we're not going to be looking too great here. So I bring in the Jogalagy. We can take a Brave Bird. No problem at all. We will still be in the yellow. Jogalagy XL is just a tank, and they have a Scrafty counter to Solgaleo in the back. Do you see where I'm coming from here? It's just a little bit of a hard battle to use this thing currently right now when they know you have it on your team. Going for the Iron Head, which is neutral damage. Thing looks amazing, though. I mean, it really does look cool. I love, like, the galaxy within its head. Now, as far as the other one, Lunala, you got to evolve that one during the night, and I didn't want it anyways, and I'm not trying to wait it until the nighttime to do the showcase. I already had my heart set on this one anyway, so we'll get it in raids, and we'll be fine. This one is going to be a 15-15-11, which is actually not bad at all to power up. So they're bringing in the Talonflame. We're actually able to farm them down and get to the Outrage. I couldn't freaking believe that we were able to pull this off. As you can see, Jogalagy alongside Solgaleo is going to be putting in the work here. It's a good game to my opponent for that first battle. Next one, we're going to be leading with the Walrein, met with a Cofagrigus. This is, Cofagrigus is a really good Pokemon. If you don't have something that's actually super effective, or at least resisting it, it's going to be able to put in the work up against you, and it's going to do a lot of damage, and it could take a hit for sure here. Alright, so nice. Going for the Icicle Spear after building up to Earthquake, and I'm just going to keep spamming these. As a matter of fact, I am going to shield up, hopefully getting a shield out of them too. And if they don't want to shield up, that's great. We'll be able to win that swap. And this is not a counter to Solgaleo. Well, no, wait, yes it is. Ghost to Psychic. What am I freaking kidding? Okay. And another one. All right, so swapping into ours, and I'm thinking, well, you got 2 shields. Yeah, it's pretty much a freaking wrap. Hit me with a Moonblast. Watch what they do here. This is a legend. They know what they're doing. Catching a Moonblast. Very good, very good. And what was that they threw in? Oh, freaking Skarmory. And I'm thinking, really, it's over. It's really over. Solgaleo's going to be able to wall it, though. Let's see what we can do, because, you know, it's not over till it's over, but they do have 2 shields. I stopped attacking. It wasn't the game. I wanted to get more farm with the Solgaleo, knowing that we can just easily tank these moves here. And at this point, it doesn't matter how much damage we take. They go for a Sky Attack and getting to another one here. Obviously, going to let it go and hold on to our shield. We need to hit the Psychic Fangs, and quickly. We need to get to 2 of these here. Swap into Walrein and get their shield. Make them think that we have an Earthquake. Let's go. And going for the Icicle Spear, because obviously it'd be over if we go for Earthquake here. It would basically one-shot them. Getting to the Icicle Spear, which we needed to do. We needed to do a little bit of extra damage before we do go down. Although the Tapu Fini is kind of built up on energy here. Don't know if we can take a Surf. It's going to be barely take a Surf. And I'm thinking, there's no way we're actually going to pull this off with Solgaleo. We freaking finessed this battle here, and we take the win. If you did enjoy, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the